Hey, you! Yes, you, watching the video. Hydration is important. Drink water, you plebs. Don't be an idiot. Drink your water. And also maybe a Gatorade or two, or vitamin water. I highly recommend vitamin waters. They're sweet, but they're not sweet. They don't have sugars. They taste like they do. I love them. Not sponsored. Hi, hey, Matsushi Cats, it's a girl, Lazy Dragon. Ignore all that in the background right now. I'm not at my house, so that's why I'm on my laptop. I really wish I could record. Hang on a second, let me just, Alright, so I've changed my animal. I've decided I want to be a lynx, so I will be a cute little lynx for the rest of my videos on PC. Unless I am an eagle. And honestly, I wish that this feathered cap looked a bit better, like a light blue, maybe a white feather, You know what I'm saying? So this week you guys get a treat because it's Memorial Weekend, and since I don't really celebrate that, even though I'm American, you guys will be getting an upload Monday. Today's video, I wanted to talk to you guys about the importance of hydration and electrolytes level management. That's what I'm gonna call it. So electrolytes is that stuff that you find in Gatorade. That's why people like it. It's sugary, but it has that electrolytes they need to stay alive. So electrolytes are pretty important. Hydration is also very important, especially as the temperatures start rising. For those of you who are a fellow SoCal resident, Southern California resident, or any area along the southwestern part of the United States, you know how hot it can get. Those of you in Texas, you know how hot and humid it can get. In Arizona, you know that's pretty much a death sentence to be outside for longer than an hour, or at least if you're vacationing, without any sort of hydration or anything like that. Well, let me tell you right now, it's not only important to be staying in water, but it's also important that you drink a lot of water and electrolytes. Because this is the story of how I got heat stroke. Now, heat stroke is not a joking matter at all. It can be very, very serious. I was lucky enough that for me it was just a simple nap. But for some people, it can prove fatal, especially elderly people. Like your grandma or your grandpa, if they get heat stroke, they could die from this. Because it's basically saying that you don't have enough electrolytes and you don't have enough water in your body. And with the heat, it's bad. So anyways, let me tell you all the story of how I pretty much got heat stroke, or I almost got heat stroke. I can't remember if I got confirmed with my dad if I did, because he's the medical expert out of all of us. He was the one that took a bunch of paramedic classes. He's the one, and also my aunt, that I always go to if I have any sort of medical stuff that I want to clarify. Anyways, let's continue. So, heat stroke. It's not a joking matter at all. It can be very fatal, can be very dangerous. And, well, for someone my age, I probably wouldn't be as lucky that it was just a nap for me. I do not know. So the story went that I was swimming on the boat. We have a boat. We go and take it out every night, or we go out and take it every summer, and this was 4th of July. We always take it out during the 4th of July. I was maybe in 6th or 7th grade. I cannot exactly remember what age I was specifically, but I was in 6th or 7th grade, so there's that. So at 6th or 7th grade, I was probably, let me think real quick. I was about 12 or 13 years old, maybe even 14. So this probably took place between 2014 and 2016, which isn't that long ago, actually. So I was swimming, and we had this lily pad thing, which is basically a styrofoam mat that you lay out behind your boats. So I was basically swimming around, I was going underneath it, I was having a blast, but then suddenly I got a headache. And I thought, oh, well, this is fine, I can still play. Well, soon that headache turned into something that I could not ignore at all. And I had been drinking maybe 2 bottles of water that day, which let me tell you right now, it was probably in the 110s. 2 bottles of water ain't gonna cut it for someone your size. It's for someone that size because I'm about 5'6" right now, 5'5", 5'6". I was probably 5'4" or 5'2" back then. So it's pretty critical that I get enough water because I was still growing. And growing takes a lot of energy. So I went up to my dad and I said, Dad, I don't feel so good. I don't remember the look on his face exactly, but something told me that this wasn't normal, the way that he acted. He was like, okay, well, have you been drinking a lot of water? I said, yes, I had. I'd been drinking 2 bottles that so far, and we were only out there for maybe 3 hours. I was diving around catching rocks. I remember I had this big bag of rocks. I don't know where it went. My parents probably chucked it. So, my dad, I think he panicked. I don't remember this specifically because I never really thought much of it until now. Until I saw like a storytime video of someone actually getting a stroke. I don't know if my face was drooping. I don't know the signs of heat stroke off the top of my head. That's for medical professionals to know or paramedics to know. But my dad knew that there was something wrong. If his daughter, his only daughter, is not feeling good and she's been drinking water and it's like 110 degrees and she's been out in the water, that's not a good sign at all. So my dad, he gave me a Gatorade, and one of his buddies came up to me and was like, you don't look so good. How about you go up and rest in our trailer? So they walked me up to their trailer, and also I felt like I was going to vomit too, I think. Yeah, I felt like I was going to vomit. So they walked me up to their trailer. They gave me a wet towel. They laid it on top of my body, and they told me to sleep in their trailer. And if I need anything, come and get them, because back then I didn't have a phone. I didn't get my phone until I was in 9th grade, so there was no way for me to call them if anything went wrong. So I fell asleep, and I was asleep for maybe 5 or 6 hours. Out cold. Anyone who entered or exited, I didn't even hear them. And normally when people do enter or exit when I'm falling asleep, I will normally shoot awake if they do. Like, it's the weirdest thing. It's the weirdest thing because I'll wake up whenever they walk in to check on me, I'll pop awake like, huh? But this time I didn't. So I was lucky that it was that long. It was only like 5 or 6 hours I was out. But I actually did end up being fine. I don't think it was anything bad. I think I had a minor heat stroke, which was good actually, because I don't know what would happen if I actually did have a real major stroke. We had a grand old time. It was 4th of July, so we barbecued, and then later on at the night we set off some quote-unquote illegal fireworks, which are basically the ones that they use at Disneyland and all that. So that was fun, except for when I passed out. Now, I don't know if it was dehydration or if it actually was a heat stroke. Anyone who knows science and medical stuff, well, more likely medical stuff, you could probably tell me better. But yeah, that was pretty scary. You guys don't know how scary it is until you've actually experienced it. So anyways, thank you all for tuning in with this episode. It kind of went on a long time. I'm sorry about that, but I thought that this was pretty important. So if you guys did like this video, please do leave a like. If you didn't like this video, you're free to leave a dislike. Likes and dislikes help me determine what I should and should not do. Subscribe if you like me and my channel. If you don't like me and my channel, go about your day. Don't worry about me. And I will see all y'all later. Adios, my sushi cats.